you just want to make sure you cross all your I's and dot all your T's when you light a big fire like this, because you can get sued if it burns your neighbor's barn down.
I ain't afraid of work, I ain't afraid of play, I ain't afraid to get the job done and do it my own damn way. I ain't afraid of life, times like this. If you mess with my freedom, I'll tell you just what you can kiss. That's right.
Hey guys, welcome back to another beautiful day here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. This is not a beautiful day, by the way. It is dreary, it's cloudy, and it's sprinkling rain, and we are racing the weather today. So we've got several attachments here we're going to be using today to fix this problem right here. We're going to take you along and show you. This used to be about a ½ acre fire, okay? And I've been burning brush out here for about the last 4 days. This is a field that I just newly cleared about 2 years ago. We let it dry out good, got a rainy spell, and I lit that dude up. I've been pushing it up for the last few days, and I thought I'd take you guys along and show you how I finish it. As we get into this job right here, I want to tell you exactly what we have. Every bit of the dirt that you see exposed here, which is about a ½ acre, was on fire earlier this week and a little bit last week. This has taken about 7 days to burn. This has been a huge fire, and I've been working it up with the Raptor Attachments grapple. So the way that we have to do this, and I want to take you guys over because a lot of people don't know how to burn a gigantic brush pile like this. It's a major undertaking, and you don't want to light it up on windy days. You don't want to light it up when it's a potential for forest fires, or you just want to make sure you cross all your I's and dot all your T's when you light a big fire like this, because you can get sued if it burns your neighbor's barn down. So pay attention to that. First step was go to the U.S. Forest Service website and get a burn permit. Make sure there's no burning restrictions in the area that you live. Get your burn permit, and then you can light it up. Call your local fire department and call your local non-emergency dispatch and let them know where you are and what you're burning and how big the fire is going to be. So when they get all those calls, because they're going to get calls, when they get those calls, they'll know it's you, and they won't send the fire department out unless you call. Okay? Now, you need to call them when the fire is out. So this fire again has been burning for about 7 days. Hopefully this will be the last day of it. You see there's a bunch of debris in here. We're going to walk around the fire pit. This is the remnants. This is the last of all of the brush and debris. And there's a little bit of trash in here. I pulled out some pieces of trash a little bit earlier. You can see most of this stuff we'll be chucking in by hand. Okay, so I'll take and walk around and chuck in some of this stuff and see if I can get this fire burning again. You see all of the dirt and debris in here. The reason that dirt and debris is in here is because they're stumps with root balls. That's a stump with a root ball, that's a root ball, and all those root balls had dirt in them. Well, when you put 200 root balls together, you get one heck of a pile of dirt. We've got to spread this dirt out because we can't just leave a hump in the middle of the field, because a hump in the middle of the field also leaves a valley. And we're supposed to get an inch of rain. If I don't do this today, this will be a big time mud hole. Now, let's go on over here and take a quick look at all the equipment we're going to be using today. So you can see there's a dip right here, there's a hump right here, and there's a stump right there. So in the future, we'll make this a burn site so we can get rid of that stump eventually, or we'll come out here and pick it out with the backhoe attachment on the back of the John Deere tractor. Now, let's go on over here. We did leave this tree. I wanted to leave that pretty pine out here, little conversation piece. This is a Gale RT210. The Gale RT210 is a 71 horsepower Yanmar diesel engine. It has the Ideal Trax track system. Both Gale and Manitou have Ideal Trax. Ideal Trax means it self-tensions its own tracks, so you don't have to pump grease in them. So typically, when you have like a Bobcat machine, or if you have a Caterpillar machine, you have to pump grease in there, and you have to figure out if your tracks are tight enough. If they're not tight enough and you get hung up on a stump, your tracks are gonna come off. So far, so good, fingers crossed. I haven't lost a track on the Gale, and I've had it for 2 years here. So this is the Raptor Attachments grapple. This is a super heavy duty grapple from Raptor Attachments. It's got rakers on here. It also is gusseted right here. If it wasn't gusseted, these would be bent. You buy the cheap stuff, you get the cheap stuff, and they will be bent and they will not be effective. I have been beating the snot out of this, as you can tell, over in that pile. Every bit of that pile has been pushed up by this skid steer and that grapple. Heavy duty hoses, 4,000 PSI, durable powder coated finish. and heavy guards on here. So this is a heavy duty grapple. Do you want to put this on a subcompact tractor or a compact tractor? Probably not, okay? This thing is huge. You can go too big on a tractor and make it tipsy. You can go too small on a tractor and tear it all to pieces. So you've got to size your grapple appropriately to the machine that you're gonna use. Next piece of equipment we're gonna use is the Raptor Attachments tooth bucket right here. So you can see this one's been used a little bit. This has got the tooth bucket on here. Skid steer quick attach, has steps on it. And this is what we're gonna be scooping that dirt out with and trying to level up. The next thing and last thing we're gonna be using is the Raptor Attachments land leveler. So we're gonna go from the grapple, push up the pile, we're gonna start scooping out dirt, get all the dirt spread as much as we possibly can, and we're gonna grab the land leveler and we're gonna smooth out all this land right here and make it ready for the cows to come and graze. So let's get busy, have some fun. We'll get you some cool drone footage and we're gonna play in the fire, I guess. All right, woo! I have my geeky glasses on, guys, because I don't want this dust in my eyes. This is some really fine dust. You'll see it stirring up from the drone footage. You better protect them ears. You only get one set. Another thing, got one mouth and 2 ears. Guys, try to listen a little bit more. I know I do. Sometimes hooking and unhooking hydraulic implements is just a pain in the butt. As you can tell, we changed plans just a little bit here. All that smoking debris is not going to catch fire. It's super, super wet. It's been sitting here, it got rained on, and it's really waterlogged. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna push it off over here into the woods. You can see that going on right now. And then we're gonna go ahead and smooth this out just a little more, fill in all the holes, and then we're gonna hook up our land leveler. All these attachments are from Raptor Attachments. There'll be a link down the video description for you guys. We've been working with Raptor Attachments now for about 6 months, and I'm super impressed with their equipment. Look at the dust, guys. Holy cow, man. This turned out fantastic. Let me take you over here and show you. I have learned how to use the land leveler. It's official. So what you got to do with this critter is you've got to set the float on the tractor. So there's a push button in there that helps it float along the top of the land. And basically all this thing does is just smooth the land out. Let's go over here and take a look. Both of these guys did great. Without this, I couldn't have pushed everything over into the woods. Now you might have noticed, just like everything in life, sometimes plans change, and the plan changed. So I had a huge pile of dirt in here with all that debris, and I just pushed it off into a ditch over here. There's a bit of a valley right down through there, or a ditch. So I pushed it off over in the ditch and then covered it up just a little bit. It'll rot. 5 years from now, it'll be gone. The only thing I could say that I'm gonna do different here, and you can see what it looked like before, and now this is what it looks like after. It's just groomed like a golf course. Now there's some debris and trash all throughout here. I've got to go grab up all that debris. We'll ride around it with the side-by-side, pull a little trailer, chuck it all up in there, and then we'll build a little fire right here by this stump so we can get it all burned up. But that's it. I am actually going to go grab the tractor, and you might get a little bit of footage after the end of the video with the big Wingfield Batwing drag harrow, and we're going to drag the snot out of this and see if I can smooth it out. It's going to be super dusty. Guys, thanks a lot. That's what you have to do when you burn a giant brush pile. All of this will be super green this spring because all of that ash will help stimulate growth and help stimulate grass. So I'll drag this. As soon as it warms up enough for me to put grass seed on it, I'll hit it with grass seed, and we'll have a nice, beautiful field for the cows to graze. Thank you guys so much. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Love to have you back on the farm with me. Woo!
Well, come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge.
I have my geeky glasses on because I don't want to breathe in this dust. I got glasses on because I don't want to breathe.
Who put the bob in the bob bobalina?
Mr. Bob Babalina. I love my job every day. Something new, something fun. Love it.